Jim Willard was a hoarder. You should have seen his home. Boxes and shelves full of trash to feed his Diogenes Syndrome. His wife had threatened to leave him if he didn't throw it all away. And she certainly didn't believe him when he said it'll come in handy one day. It'll come in handy one day. It'll come in handy one day. I know you think it's garbage, but it'll come in handy one day. There were boxes full of cables and tools he'd never used, transformers for appliances whose circuits had long ago fused, an inflatable shim he needed once to hold a new door in place. And after his last operation, he'd even kept his old neck brace. It'll come in handy one day. It'll come in handy one day. I know you think it's garbage, but it'll come in handy one day. One day as Jim was glancing through a pile of old magazines, there came a mighty bang outside and the sound of people's screams. An ambulance overtaking had collided with a truck, and the poor desperate soul inside was surely now out of luck. The crash had broken several things which kept the patient alive, and given the driver whiplash, it would be time before help arrived. Jim ran out of the door at once like he'd overdosed on caffeine, his brain working at fever pitch as he quickly took in the scene. The bulb on the back valve had burst, a cable had been ripped in two, transformers smashed to pieces. Well, he knew what he could do. The paramedic was unconscious, he'd hit the wall with a jolt. Jim ran in for some cables and a battery of 18 volts. He put the driver in his old neck brace, the shim helped the patient breathe. Cables got everything working, Jim had given them all a reprieve. He was hailed as a local hero, the toast of his neighborhood. See, my scrap has come in handy, he said. I told you, dear, that it would. It came in handy one day. It came in handy one day. I know you thought it was garbage, but it came in handy that day. It came in handy that day.